Hey, what's up, fam? Like I keep been saying about these rounds, these kind of like little skirmishes in My Hero Academia, they feel way, they really feel like Horikoshi drew out each of the rounds entirely, and then I'd be like, all right, how am I gonna split this up to be individual chapters to get like I don't know, like two or three each. I think it's three each per round. And with this one, it was pretty cool. I actually like how it looked when out of Momo's body was coming this big cannon, and at the ready, and she was freaked out Kendo for a good enough of a moment that she could try and like switch over, try and destroy the wall. Fortunately, it looks like no moss for her, but at the same time, she had a very quick kind of response to use her ability to kind of like create this like tying, this like big like sticky. They kind of look like sticky, like very sort of I'm looking for flexible like ropes to keep Kendo in place, something to kind of like root her in so she couldn't get away. But nah, no moss. The thing about this chapter actually I did like is seeing Invisible Girl covered in the mushrooms. I actually thought that was pretty funny. I like how she just kind of wandered around. She's like, "Oh God, what's happening to my world?" And all you kind of just see is this big like mound of mushrooms with gloves. I thought that was pretty funny. And like I said, honestly, I gotta say I like the mushroom chick. I think she's actually pretty cool. And the dude manga, the dude literally manga, the comics like sound effects dude. I think he's a good setup to what could be like a pretty entertaining like comedic character. I don't think he should be a serious character in any way. I think he should be like honestly just a silly character. Because where you have stuff like the chick with the big eyelashes and the um and Mineta, I think his name is Great Boy. I like I said, I remember a lot of them by their superhero name or their supervillain name really. Uh, they're like funny, but in very small doses. I think this dude would be much funnier as like a comedic character. I think it would work better than him being like serious like in fights and stuff. I think it'd be hilarious if he like he like if he just fought someone purely by like lured him into traps and like big letters he wrote like pussy or something. I don't know. Something good. Something good like that, or it's just a good chuckle. But after that, it's just Edge Bird flying around, getting ready to attack people. And like I said, with some of the ways that he made it look with his shadow coming out of his cloak in this chapter, I think looked better than like when I said when he debuted the Dark Fallen Angel. I think it actually looks cooler than that in a couple of these. I don't know, but it was cool how they kind of like restrained the shadow dude. The guy who's like uses the his quirk to kind of like blend in with anything black. I thought that was interesting. I kind of like that as well as I like the kind of like the speed movement style fighting that Edgebird is kind of moving his way into. I thought that was interesting and pretty good on his character without it looking as goofy, I'd say. Also, there's like a weird part where it looks like his beak kind of like moves like a lip when he's coughing. I gotta say that part looked creepy. Somebody needs to like cancel out his quirk to see what he actually looks like and just I don't know, move past the bird ahead. Maybe give him more bird traits, but just like change the fact that he has that like Falco head or something. I always thought that was kind of goofy. But the chapter kind of ends with, like I said, Class 2B winning, pulling out a victory, and even so, it looks like a lot of the Class A kids got some development, got some showings to do their own stuff. I'm really honestly, I'm not even gonna put any hope into it. I already know that the tiebreaker is gonna involve Deku. That's why he's last round, and I know I'm probably gonna get salty about it because Deku seems to have way too big of a spotlight on him at times within the series when he shouldn't. I mean, when there's like big villain stuff, it should be, but I'd rather this be like I'd rather this like little tournament skirmish arc, not really a tournament, more of this like big like fight round arc to be much more of a everybody but Deku arc because Deku gets stuff all the time. I'd rather this be like let's see people like Bakugo, Todoroki, I think it's Kirishima, Red Right. Like I said, I always forget their actual names. I remember super names, but I know we'll see. We'll see. We're getting stuff for the side characters, but I feel like they're gonna get they're getting completely outshined by Deku doing stuff, and that's just gonna make me mad. Like I said, I get he's the main character, but this should be an arc purely about these kids getting to do stuff, and then maybe figure out who to use for the next arc whenever you need somebody to jump in and join whoever's the kind of like main cast is for that arc. But anyway, tell me what you think in the comments below about this chapter. I'd give it like a solid B, I'd say a solid B chapter, just because I like some of the panels. The panels good. There was nothing really bad in the chapter, just nothing that got me too hyped up, I'd say. Good, but nothing like too crazy. So yeah, tell me in the comments what you think about that. Maybe check out my videos if you like my content. I do mostly manga stuff, Fairy Tail Eden, Zero Black Clover. I'm excited to do the Radiant review this weekend, which is it's going to debut the first French manga to get a Japanese anime adaptation. And yeah, if you're subscribed to my channel, thank you very much. If you're not, I'd appreciate if you would subscribe. But otherwise, thank you very much for listening. Bye.